Following just 24 hours after his arrest, young Philly has been let out on bail under tight conditions, including a 100,000 Australian dollar 52,000 pounds personal pledge and a 100,000 Australian dollar 52,000 pounds surety. Since then, he has been charged with 4 charges of without consent, 3 counts of resulting in bodily damage, and 1 case of obstructing someone's ability to breathe normally. He appeared in court in Perth. It is reported that following his performance at Perth's Bar 1 nightclub, he took a 20-year-old woman back to his hotel room. Since this, he appears to have broken his silence regarding the situation, as well as his fellow YouTuber friends, as it's not looking good for the guy right now. So, be sure to stick around till the end of the video for the full details. Photos of the woman's injuries were actually provided, and the prosecutor commented that no normal person could have consented to such horrific injuries. It was also added that the woman's body had a history of violent acts, and we stated that the allegations in his photos went beyond what could be deemed consenting. Fans even apparently gathered outside the court, with one yelling, "Free Philly man!" It appears that the investigation is still ongoing, and he will likely have to return to Australia for court proceedings. It's unclear whether he will be allowed to stay in Australia or return to the UK, because this is such a serious matter. A good friend of young Philly's, Angry Ginge, was on a stream last night and reacted to the recent news of Philly's arrest, and was in complete shock by it all.
Hello chat, okay? First thing I'm gonna say, mods, good luck at the minute. I'm not gonna pretend nothing's happened overnight. I'm gonna be open and honest, as I always am. Where'd you start? 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying in bed, right? See what's going on Twitter. First of all, I'm the exact same as yous. I'm shocked. Yeah, you know, mental. But he's now obviously involved in legal proceedings. I cannot comment on legal proceedings. Yeah, you know it is. Mad. 17,000. I didn't even get this on GNT before it. Crazy. But no, chat. Honestly, I can't comment on legal proceedings.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on any future celebrity videos similar to these. Although a lot of strange information about young Philly has surfaced, we still don't know if he is guilty. The court must complete its procedures, and women have been caught lying in the past in other instances. One thing that does make it clear there will be a strong case against him is the fact there's going to be alleged CCTV footage of the incident, which has been stated in numerous articles. And when this eventually gets spoken about in court, and maybe even posted online, it'll paint a clear picture of the alleged crimes that have been committed, as nothing can dispute being caught in 4K. Fans in Australia have been commenting strange remarks regarding young Philly for a while, and even said he was moving outrageous in the clubs out there, and even allegedly bit a girl outside a club, which is wild. Then, in another instance, a fan claimed he tried to make them guess how much he made yearly, and then when they stated they had boyfriends, he called them dead tings anyway. So it's been evident for a while the guy has had an ego like no other, but an alleged crime like this coming out is crazy. But one thing that people do need to remember is that it's innocent until proven guilty, and the majority of social media are already stating he's 100% guilty. No doubt about it. We have to see how this case pans out, because let's say he's not charged with this crime and is found innocent. His career is still ruined because of the charge itself. Once your name gets attached to something like that, you can kiss your career goodbye.
Philly's been accused of on 4 counts of the jiggy. But the most fucked up thing is nobody's come forward and tried to say, hey, he's innocent until proven guilty. I get why. These guys have millions of followers. They don't want to say the right thing and offend the wrong people. And me personally, I don't know the facts of the case. I'm not a lawyer, solicitor, whatever. Let the courts decide if he is guilty or not guilty. The story goes, Philly had a concert. The girl attended that concert. They both left together. They went to a place where Philly was staying, and the whole thing happened. They're saying the injuries sustained were so severe they had to bring the charges against him. But then again, at the same time, they're saying, give us 100 grand and we'll release you on bail. I'm not even joking. He paid 100 grand, got bailed. Now he has to go to the station every single day and he's got to chill in Australia for the next 2 months. Now, from what I've seen of Philly, from my interactions with him, as I said, I don't believe that he's the type of person, but we don't know. We don't know. The evidence ain't really come out yet. So please, for the time being, allow all the nonce talk. Philly's not no nonce. When I first met him, I met him on the ends. He's not no nonce. Secondly, if it turns out, just like Mendy, that he gets found not guilty, there has to be some form of repercussions. Because no matter what, this will always be there. Even if he gets proved innocent, this will always be there.
After being charged with a R charge and granted bail, young Philly will now be required to remain in Australia for 2 months while these charges are investigated. It's likely that he will return to court. It has also been reported that one of the strict conditions of his bail is that he is not allowed to contact the alleged victim and is not allowed to post anything about the case on social media to his 3.2 million followers. The police want him to stay in Australia because this is a very serious incident, and the woman has injuries that could not have made what happened in a hotel consensual. The worst part is that he has to stay there for the next 2 months, which is the rest of the year, but he will have to appear in court again because this could go to trial, and he could be stuck in Australia for a very long time, possibly even going to prison there if found guilty. Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' thoughts on this situation thus far? From all the articles and videos made, is it looking like young Philly will be locked up? Or could you see him eventually clearing his name? Comment below. You would all be familiar with the Sidemen, and they wasted no time cutting ties with young Philly, as they deleted their extremely popular video 20 vs 1 Philly edition, which shows they wasted no time and were cutthroat likely because of the seriousness of this case.
Oh, here we go. It is starting to happen. The Sidemen have just removed their 20 vs 1 Philly edition, and that video this morning had over 42 million views. Gone now. And I'll be honest, when this news first broke, I thought it's gonna be really interesting to see who defends him and who drops him, because young Philly is not some fringe content creator that brands, don't want to touch. And I spoke about this in detail in today's YouTube video. Highly recommend the watch if you want a longer, summary of it. But he has worked with some of the biggest brands in the world. I mean, he's got his own freaking Heinz sauce. He's got his own shows with the BBC, Channel 4. He's, been in the Soccer Aid match. He works with charities like the Prince's Trust. And that's not even to mention the friendship group that he's in. It's some of the biggest content creators in the world, like everyone in the Sidemen, the Beta Squad, Speed, the list goes on. So what do they all do now when they start to get all this pressure from their customers and their fans to speak about the situation? I mean, it's either going to be a lot of silence or a lot of awkward videos floating around on the internet.
Since the news has come out, fans have had a lot of mixed reactions with various posts, stating things like, "Dang, I've watched the Sidemen for so many years, and he's always been a good vibe to the videos. Crazy how many PPL who get fame turn out that way. I remember an interview where Chunks wasn't going to Philly's place. It also seems he has been distancing himself from Philly lately. Sus. Nah, bruh. Even if he's found innocent, his name is forever tarnished. People are still gonna wonder or look at him weird. The same thing happened to Lil Mosey. It's been crickets from a lot of his closest friends regarding this situation, and it likely shocked them too, because who would have thought Philly would catch a Diddy-like case? It's insane. Only time will tell what's going to happen from this situation, as it's not looking good for Philly right now, and if he's found guilty on this case, he's going to suffer a hefty sentence. But will he serve it in Australia or the UK is a real question. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.